The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the Kagos Radio Network and its website are those of the host, guest, and participants. UFO Talk Radio can, but does not necessarily promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and they are not intended to treat or diagnose and/or claim to cure any disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. All music is purchased and owned by LGA Broadcasting.
I got the windows rolled down, got the radio up, and I'm heading out of Vegas tonight. And it's a 1:30 on a 4-day run, and the desert is a welcome sight. We're gonna have a good show. I can see you there in that dress you wear, and it's keeping my foot on the gas. I drink a gallon of Joe just to make it back home and hold you in my arms at last. There's a full moon shining, lighting up the highway like a beacon to you. If I can make it on time, have some moonlit stay line, and roll a diesel right on through.
Are you ready? What you are about to experience is real. Right along with us. From deep in the desert of Nevada, The Glenn Larry Show.
I tell you, I bid you all welcome, everybody out there. And to everyone in Radioland that's listening right now, I bid you guys, whatever time zone you might be in, to all my ham operators and worldwide radio. And the ham radio has been going nuts because of the sun. It's really acting up, and it's really flaring up, and we're getting sun flares, and it really is making a difference in ham radio. DXland, 11 meters and 10 meters for 40. Unbelievable. Crazy. To K6RCL, Dennis and Galita, I say hello to you. All my midnight drivers and all my radio affiliates out there, from small broadcasters, low-powered FM, AM broadcaster stations, we thank you so very much. Our friends on Facebook and, of course, wonderful YouTube, and any other radio channels you're listening to us on, kghostradio.com or ufotalkradio.com, countryvaultradio.com, olympiaradio.com, and many, many more, midnightradio.com, late night talk radio. Oh, it's hot, getting hotter and hotter. We're going to change some of those websites around. It'll be a lot more fun. Where you can see a TV set, and you'll see me live just like you do on YouTube, but we'll be able to do other things too, where we won't get in any trouble for certain music things that we cover. You know, it is kind of, you know, how it is on Facebook and YouTube. You got to be careful and to get permission, which we do. And we're here heard all around the world. We do thank you for tuning in, everybody. People going by waving, hello, good to see you. And I do welcome you all. And thank you for tuning into the Glenn Larry Show. And don't forget to like us and subscribe to us on YouTube. Ring that bell if you can. How has your week been? Boy, has mine been busy since our last show. We were on the radio side. Sometimes it's human error, or sometimes it's just, well, it happened. But we were on the radio side for those that caught us on radio. We had some special guests in. You heard about the guy in the sailboat, came from Oregon all the way to Hawaii. Yeah, on the Phoenix. His cat's named Phoenix, Oliver in Phoenix. He made it. I'm very happy for him and did a great job. What a challenge at his age. I think it's 23, something like that. Things were breaking down on the way, and he's repairing his sailboat, and he's in the Pacific, man, and he's heading that way. But he made it. And there, that shows you can accomplish anything you want to accomplish and put your goals to it. You know, the guy took his 401k, quit his job, jumped right into it, bought a sailboat, and had a dream, and he did it. Bless his soul. I mean, this kid has a lot of guts. And that's what we need in life, is a lot of guts and drive with a good spirit. That's the main thing. I really believe that. Oliver, congratulations for that. UFOs have been seen, well, since the beginning of time that I remember, when I was a little boy, although now they're becoming very much prevalent more. I mean, it's unbelievable. These spheres are showing up, these round spheres, um, all over. And the UFO authority guys, people have all the websites and stuff, and are showing this stuff all the time. And it's been more and more reported to the point where these spheres are interrupting with our aircraft. Our fire trainers over Arizona just happened recently. You probably read about it. It hit the major news. Yeah, and this swarm of these UFOs, unidentified flying objects, a bunch of them, apparently hit the bubble canopy of one of our jet fighters, F-16s. You know, I mean, that's pretty dangerous stuff. Things are happening pretty crazy. And I'm telling you, it's more and more in other countries even. They're having problems, and they're dropping out of the sky. And these are metallic type of orb spheres that have cryptic type of messages. Is it for humankind? Is it for a message for us to change what we're doing? I don't know. But the mystery is not a mystery anymore, and it's happening more often. Are they trying to make a point? Are are they a weird type of drone that they have that we don't have? Their technology is unbelievable. And they land, and a lot of these are found in fields that you never knew they were there. These farmers, what is this? Wow, and they take it home and put it on the kitchen table. Look, Mom, look what we got. I mean, look at this, it's breathing. Now, not really, it doesn't breathe, but it's vibrating. What does it do? I've seen pictures of these things that roll back and come back, and I don't know, you touch it and it does weird things. So, yeah, pretty strange stuff. Man, I think something's going to happen soon. I mean, I really have that feeling. And I've had this feeling for a long time. Have you had that feeling? Have you had that feeling that something's going to happen, something crazy? These sun flares are very dangerous. If one hits us, a big one hits it, it just fries out. We're Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we're done. You know what I'm saying? All your worries are over with. You don't worry about politics or anything else. Money's are, yeah. Well, we don't want that to happen. But what are you going to do about it? There ain't nothing you can do about it, but just sit there and take what's coming, I guess. Look between, the same. Anyway, I had a great time on Memorial Day with my family, and I love them all so dearly. I really do. And of course, it's a salute to our veterans, our military that made us free. Man, I tell you, to see all the names, thousands and thousands and thousands of names that we've lost, souls in the military. And boy, I tell you, you got to remember that, what they paid for, that flag, and for this country. And I do love you for that. And I thank you in heaven for that. I thank you. I pray to heaven. Thank you. I hope that message gets to you. I'm sure it will. And I'm sure a lot of you folks out there feel the same way. Memorial Day is very, very special. I have a good friend named Bo. He is retired and he's military. And I get to see him tomorrow, by the matter of fact. They've been gone for a while, but they're back. Yeah. Over there in Sandy Valley. And I know they're listening over there because I have a couple of people that love the show. But I got to also mention Ray's Honey. Okay, here's the deal. Now, this is the deal. If you take down my web page, do me a favor, just email me your address, okay? So I can send this to you. It's a jar of Ray's Honey. It's Mojave Valley, Arizona and Nevada raw honey, and it's from Ray's Honey. And I'm going to give you a number if you want to ask more questions about it. 702-885-1260. That is 885-1260. That's 702 area code. And I'll send you one of these. I'll send you this jar of honey. And it's sealed very well, hasn't been opened. And I'll send it to you. But you got to email me and tell me what you think about the show and all that. It's a free jar of honey. Come on, honey. I love you. Thank you, Rodney. Yeah. So we're going to have open lines here pretty soon. But I also want to say thank you to the Pioneer Saloon. Now, you know where I live, this beautiful town of Good Springs. And Steve Darnell lives here now, too. Yeah, welder's up. He's got to move his whole factory, his whole thing here. and it's pretty cool, man. I'll tell you. But the Pioneer Saloon, I've been coming there since for 30 years, and I've seen changes and people, new faces, and all that. They've got great workers down there. It's a great place to go for music and enjoy yourself, the atmosphere. They got a lot of things going on. This Fallout thing, the game, the Fallout game, that's huge, very, very huge, huge. And yeah, they have ongoing events about that Fallout. And you can get more information on the website of Pioneer Saloon, Good Springs, their official site. Go to that one. Been around since 1913. That building has. But do me a favor, give them a call, 702 674 6809. And if you get a hold of or get to meet Old Man Liver, this guy's pretty cool, man. And he's in the game, by the way. Yeah. And he's always out there. And I know he has his own whiskey. I've had some of that. That's, believe it, they got spirits down there, by the way. Not only spirits, but spirits in the glass. I tell you that all the time. I know. I've seen. I've experienced it. And anyway, it's Ghost knows all about that. Look at the hummingbirds in front of my window. My gosh. Oh, they're beautiful. 1, 2, 3 of them. And they want to come in, but there's a window there. Yeah. I need to put out one of those feeders. I got one by the house, but yeah, they're coming out like crazy. Birds and everything's happening up here in Good Springs. But again, I want to say thank you to the Pioneer Saloon, especially with all they've done for me. They're great people. I sincerely have more fun down there with people and with them and the workers. Their prices are reasonable. And I'm just saying, go down and visit. Say hello. Enjoy the band. What the heck? Bands are free. I love bands. They have some good ones. Chris Ears, by the way, is the one that you hear on my show. Now, Chris Ears has been around. He's a writer, producer. He's recorded in studios in Nashville. He has several albums out. If you go to Country Vault Radio, I don't have one up here. Country Vault Radio, scroll down, you'll see John Conley and a couple other people. Then you'll see Chris Ears there, and just press on his website. It's all there. You can press on any of my websites and push to Pioneer. I'll tell you all about that too. So take time to visit kghostradio.com. You'll see all those little bars on the left-hand side of the website. And then just push one of them. It gives you all my different radio stations. I'll just look on the main page and click and they'll go right to them. And we're live right now on those stations. How about that? And also Little Good Springs, Nevada. The Ghost Town Radio USA, by the way. Here in Good Springs, a little radio station, AM, FM, FM 101.3, AM 1610, part 15. Having more fun with that, I'll tell you. But, there's always a new thing in radio, new things that happen every day. HD radio, some other new stuff coming out. But I think that the internet's still going to be with us for a long, long time. And the AM, FM for our little town here will be around for a long time, as long as I'm here. And hopefully that my friend Steve will just carry it on. I'm sure he will. I made a little deal with him, I'll step down from heaven and say hello. Have a spirit with him. No, great people. Have you had any sightings of UFOs yourself? Just recently in my driveway, I did. Yes, I did. Sitting out there when I had the chief over, we were looking into the sky. We saw some odd things going on. And things just going zip, 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 zip to one planet to the other. That's not our Air Force or anything we have. It's something in space going on, and it's not the satellites. No, it doesn't work that way. Watch the skies. Get away from that light pollution and look up and spend some time concentrating. Use your mind, think, and say, "Hey, show me something. I want to see something." I mean, give it, do it. You never know. Something might land. That would be pretty cool, huh? Do you have any stories yourself about UFOs? Well, we'll be back right after this.
There's no typical meth user. I was from an upper middle class family. Meth is terribly addictive. My first time using it, I was hooked. There was no turning back. I lost my job. I was homeless. I never thought I'd see my family again. I have a great fear of meth because it took so much of me. I mean, it took everything. Meth took over my soul.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Mom, you wanted to talk to me? The calendar hypnosis into thumbtack cushion, completely tailwind. And sewing elephants plant before cartoon paper cups. So numbers renovate.
If your teenager is trying drugs or alcohol, would you know the right words to use?
Afterward, lightly fish scale. Doorbell.
Find out what to say at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Now, back with Glenn Larry on UFO Talk Radio, deep in the desert of Nevada.
Thank you, Ross. What a great job he does, I'll tell you for sure. He's going to have some more work to do, as a matter of fact, for some new stations that we have going on. Midnight Talk Radio, Late Night Talk. And we'll be doing some cool stuff there in the desert. Also, we'll be taking our mobile unit and going deep in the desert with that, broadcasting outside. Oh, that's going to be fun. Working on some other things, some other locations to do some stuff. When we talk about ghosts, I've been doing some EVP work. And I've been getting some strange stuff. Our next show, if it all works out with the ghost guy, if he's available, I'll put the show on anyway. But I'm going to play those EVPs that we had recorded. Very scary. I did a lot of research on this, and a lot of folks that are really into this are pros. I am not a pro, number one. I'm a radio. And but I experienced a lot of stuff. And the voices on this tape, I'll tell you, I recognized the voice. And it said like 3 or 4 words and meant something. And of course, I immediately got a hold of these people and say, what does this mean? Of course, I want to know. And they had a lot of explanations about it. And there is a building here that I go to and set up with my recorder. This is like 3 a.m. I mean, like, there's nothing going on here. It's quiet, Every once in a while on a Sunday, these guys, come around on their big, whatever. But normally it's very, very quiet. And I've picked up some weird stuff that I couldn't hear the human ear, but it picked up on this device I have. I have another device that I removed the microphone away off it and let the tape recorder itself play over a couple graves. Okay. And we got something there. So they have a way of doing it. They have a way of, I've heard that you can have 2 different devices and that one will record, one won't. So it's up to them communicating from the other side. The other side. The unveiling, the veil, the thin veil of the other side. Very scary. I told you a long time ago, I'm very clairvoyant and psychic. I got when I was a young boy, it was very, very strong. But then I asked it to go away, and it went away, but not all the way. Things still happened. After my heart surgery that I had, open heart surgery for a bypass, a lot happened then. It's like the faucet turned on, and all sorts of things were going on, even with the book. You're familiar with the book. I can see clearly now. By myself and Tony Stubb, my ghostwriter, about Michael Jackson. And I'll tell you, there's messages in there that even the family members I've talked to say, how did you know? How'd you know about this? Well, Michael, it's not my book, it's his book. I just did it for him through me. And I lost a lot of friends saying, well, you've lost it. No, well, I'll tell you, a lot of people loved that book, sold a lot of that book. And it meant a lot to a lot of people. And it took a lot to put that book out, to tell the truth. But I believe that anyone and everyone can talk to the other side if you just listen and open that certain part of your mind and really try to understand and listen. Be quiet, your inner quiet, listen. I always say a prayer before I do anything like that, of course. And yeah, unbelievable. We'll be back right after this. My affiliates, go ahead. Oh, yeah. Got to give out some time. Let the affiliates do their thing on the other side. You know, you hear, you hear the music. You like that beat? It's kind of a King Tut thing, you know, an Egyptian thing. I love it. Have you had any sightings out there? I'm asking you. Have you seen? Have you heard something new that I do not know about? I would love to hear it. And we're going to open the lines up. And you can do that by calling in. Now, I'm going to put up the number here. And we do it all the time. So let's go here. Okay, I got you. And it's very simple. You know the number before, those have called. And there's another line I leave open that those know that number. It's a secret number. Secret. Yeah. But the number you want to call is on the screen right now. Yes. And I see on the computer side, the radio side, I do thank everybody that's calling in and looking and watching. I see Chief Hall over there in Avondale, Station 23. We're seeing all the EMS out there. Chris and Val, and I have some folks from Kentucky. I have Canada again. We're getting big over there. I'm seeing Reno, Memphis, Tacoma, Seattle. That whole area there is one big dot that I have. Portland, Oregon, doing quite well. Elko, Tim and Elko, Joyce and Lacey, Mr. Tumwater, Dave, Fairbanks, Alaska. I love that place. Yeah. And we do thank that radio station up there in Siskiyou, Alaska. Yeah, K-Bear. Yeah. It's just 63 AM or something like that. They're on the internet. It's on my Facebook page. Don't want to confuse you with the station in California, what have you. Some people got upset about that. Well, too bad. Randy and PA, thanks so much for listening. Neil and Barbara in London. Got you there. Probably sleeping. It's probably a late time for you being up. I don't know how you do it, to tell you the truth. For those folks, don't forget about the Creekside Diner out there on 717. I think it's Biltmore Pike over there in Kenneth Square in Pennsylvania. See Karen. Go say hello to her. She really supports EMS. Her number is 610-925-2826. And I love her food. I love what she does. I'll tell you. And what a nice little place to go and say and visit. You'll see some EMS guys in there. Yeah, fire and police. They all stop in. I'll be back soon. We have to get over there, complete a couple of things. But I had the chief out here, by the way. Chief Hall. Boy, did we had fun. We went to Grand Canyon. We went everywhere. And I took the whole week off. And it was fun. Yeah, I had a little problem with the septic at the house. We've got that fixed. And I want to thank the people that were responsible for that, helped me out. It's always when you have a guest come over, you know, or someone visiting out of town, the shower doesn't work, or something, there's a leaky pipe, or there's something blows up, or something happens. That's just life, folks. It's just life. But I stress out about it because it's me, and I'm the host, and I normally don't have anybody over because I like to live alone, be alone. I'm alone. I like the radio stuff, you know, and I did the stage work entertaining as an entertainer. That was fun doing that. But it was off the stage, in the limo, and off I went. I would shake hands once in a while. But I just, you know, now when I'm in big crowds, I get a little phobic about it because I don't get out much. But when I do get out, it's a lot of fun, you know. Here's the world. Look at it. Yeah. But I love radio. That's my own world, to tell you the truth. But it's a lot of fun. I do listen to other channels on the podcast. And there's other podcast people. We talk about each other. And I want to thank them for that, too. They know who they are. And we're going to have them on my show. Yeah, I'm trying to get Randy on and a bunch of other people on. Our dear friend down the street, hopefully. This is a really growing area, Good Springs, Nevada, a little town, a little village. It's so cool. It's small. We don't want a lot of people moving in because we want to keep it small. It's our town, little town. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if you got the money, you're going to be able to spend it. I guess that's fine. Whatever. It's freedom, wherever we want to go. But we like to keep our little town small and be respectful when you come up here. Please, I beg of you. Yes, would you do that? It's all about being respectful wherever you go. Tell you the truth. All right, I'm gonna open the lines and I'm gonna give the number out. Where is that number? Oh, here it is. Okay, and so here it is.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Pahrump lines are open at 775-990-8275. That's 775-990-8275. To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114.
Lines are open, everybody. We await your call on K-Ghost, FM 101.3, M1610, UFO Talk Radio. We'll be live. So give us a call. Be nice, be kind. No bad language, as you know. One call per caller. And critical thinking always helps. It really does.
Mom, you wanted to talk to me?
The calendar hypnosis into thumbtack cushion, completely tailwind. And sewing elephants plant before cartoon paper cups. So numbers renovate.
If your teenager is trying drugs or alcohol, would you know the right words to use?
Afterward, lightly fish scale. Doorbell.
Find out what to say at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
I know it's thunder lightning somewhere in America, or somewhere. Up here we have sunny skies, and it's so nice. In the light 80s, well, 83 today, and climbing. Believe at the end of the week we're going to have some really hot weather, 100 and something. Oh God, I dread it. Every year I dread it. I've got 3 air conditionings going. Well, 1, 2, and a fan, but the other one I don't have going in the sub control room over here. Which when I have guests on Sunday, by the way, you get a chance to tune in on the radio side. It's a gospel hour with myself and Monica and Deb, Pastor Deb. I always get back, it's all part of it, You back in the day, on Sundays you'd hear a gospel hour in a lot of channels out there. Well, I still do it. A lot of stations don't, but in a small town where we live, beautiful downtown Good Springs, we give back. It's community hobby radio. It's fun. We have a lot of local public announcements, and that's what the station I built it for. And of course, I built it for me to do radio all over the world and to have fun when we're doing. Go ahead and give me a call. We are taking calls now. Lines are open, everybody. Lines are open.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
And I tell you, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. People are going by, waving, and they're pointing at their ears. So I know that they're listening in their car radios. How cool is that? A couple of them parked outside here. I wish I could turn that camera around, but it'd be too hard to get me back in focus, probably. I don't know. But, yeah, we're going to have some more guests inside the other studio we're setting up. So They can be in here, I can be in here, and I watch them, they watch me, and we can do that type of thing. Yeah, it's so many interesting things in radio, and this media now is coming out. It's easier, getting more simple. Uh, for us old folks in radio, we don't do all this, the camera work, the media work, and all this stuff. But I'll tell you, StreamYard's been very good to me, and I can have different seats out there. I can have people call in, and that's happening. Um, Come July, a lot of changes in the station on our websites, and I'm anxious to see that happen too. You know, but you got to beat the heat, whatever you do. Now, this is the message to my seniors out there in the desert, us folks that we got to keep dehydrated. Because it's so easy to forget to drink water. Bring water with you wherever you go. And yeah, sodas don't cut it. And I'm sorry, coffee, beer doesn't cut it. You just can't. I mean, you need to have that. You can't get dehydrated because you'll pass out. You'll damage yourself and vital organs too. So you need to really keep dehydrated, everybody. You've got to keep that water going, especially in the desert. Put water in your car because you're in the desert. But yeah, it's very important. So many people forget about that. And if you're driving through the desert, try to have somebody with you on these long trips. Getting stranded is no fun. And sometimes you get the flat tire, the car's running, all of a sudden the air goes out. Then it gets worse. So you got to look out for things. Common sense. Yeah, critical thinking, right? From ghosts to UFOs tonight. That's their topic. I told you about the EVT, but I'm gonna let you guys hear that when they come out. We've had some ghost activity here in Good Springs because of all the new stuff going on, things being moved around. I don't know if this has conjured up these spirits in Good Springs, but this place is haunted. This is a haunted town. And a lot of people don't talk about our town that way. Well, I'm sorry, but a lot of things have happened. And those people that say that to me, they've had things happen in their home too. And they're just not saying that. They're just trying to, I'm going to stick up for the town. Well, good, fine, do so. But there's a lot of stuff going on here. And like I say, you can have that sixth sense, but just open that mind and you might be able to see it. Now, down by the cemetery, of course, it's closed at dawn, by the way. Do not go in because it's closed at dawn. And but you can stand out, take pictures, whatever. You see our orbs. You'll see them. And orbs are real. They're real thing. I have a picture of an orb that my friend has to send to me. He did send it to me. I got to figure out how to put it on the StreamYard. We got to work on that. That's his home. And it's from his doorbell. And this sucker's coming right around the corner, man. I spoke about it last week, but not on Facebook or YouTube. Pardon me. But I'll tell you, it's the real thing. And they're out there. Just a spirit wandering the neighborhood, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe that spirit lived in the house at one time. That's interesting. Should check that out. But they're out. They're real. My friend lived in Good Springs up here. My friend Wade had an orb come over his doorway in his house and just sat there. And he almost went up to touch it. I don't know what would have happened if he'd done that. Would he have been knocked down, or would have see the whole thing in his mind, or would have just gone through the wall, just touched the wall through the orb? I don't know. But he said it appeared there, floated around, and just sat there, and then moved, and then left out through the doorway. That's very odd, huh? Yeah. But it was kind of an orange color type of orb. It was about this big. Yeah, about this big. He said, I never saw anything like it in my life. I go, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I've heard some strange stuff here, especially in my house, my home. Yeah. Can't, I think I said stuff before my place was filmed. But after this film thing comes out, I can tell you more and more and more about it. But yeah, you'll hear about it. When it first comes out, I'll make sure everybody knows about it so you can watch it and see some weird stuff. Oh, God, I tell you. Now, I know they have lockdowns at the Pinehurst Saloon in Good Springs. Just go to their website, their official website, and it tells all about it. And they do a lot of cool stuff down there. And that's, well, it's a lot of fun to be involved in something like that. Here again is the phone number.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114.
One time I saw in front of my station a skateboard going down the street. Now, there's no kids up there. School's out, I didn't see any kids up there, but I saw the skateboard come right down past my studio. Now, I know that it was a daytime thing. Well, I guess they can ride skateboards. The ghosts can in the daytime. I don't know. But maybe it was just a runaway skateboard. I don't know, but that freaked me out. Now, if I would have seen a bicycle or a little tricycle, that would have really freaked me out also. I've had things move in my house, unbelievable things. I'm buying a new stove. I got rid of my old stove, so I got stuff on the countertop, heat plates, some of the nice cool stuff. And I had a pot that fell to the ground. Now, this is on a table, mind you, a flat table, and this pot fell on the ground. It made a big bang. And where it was located was not like it fallen off the shelf, but like it was tossed over somewhere. I don't have any violent stuff happen here, but that was kind of scary. Maybe someone or something or someone was trying to get my attention. I was watching TV, or I don't know what I was doing. Maybe, I don't know. But I checked everything out, the outlets and everything else, make sure that was a sign of hate or something going on in your kitchen. You should be out here. You never know what the communications from ghosts from the other side. Yeah. Again, I want to say hello to Ken in D in Florida. They've had a lot of stuff at their house. They had an orb. Yeah, a couple of them. And they couldn't get rid of it. I guess they had a couple of specialists come in and come in again and help them get rid of it. But what a story to hear from this guy. I know you've heard Ken on before, but that's quite frightening. And he's lucky enough to also see a UFO. And I had his story on twice, and I'm going to have him back again, probably in a couple of weeks. I'll have him talk with a professional I had on years ago. Earl Grey Anderson passed away. You saw that show. Rest in peace. What a great guy. What a great musician and a great writer. And boy, he was really into that stuff. And he knew a lot. He used to do the Move On stuff and was very involved in the seminars. And he met all the greats. I tell you, this darn cancer, it's a bad thing, That's, boy, I can't wait till we get a cure for that and stop it all together. Now, I watch these TikTok shows all the time. Now, I tell you, I realize, okay, I get it. I know all of it's crap. A lot of it's not. It's all phony. But there's a lot of stuff put out there that is like, oh, really? So I get this ingredient and this one here and this one here, and I'm going to fight cancer. Or my hair will grow back. Or whatever. Yeah. Things get bigger. Whatever, But, I mean, it's all out there. Now, my buddy, my dear friend, popped my bubble the other day. He said, yeah, there's a lot of phony commercials out there. Like the ones that, you put this patch on your foot, or you put your foot in this ingredients in water, and it turns the water black or purple or something like that, and it's out of your body and stuff. He told me that was all fake. And I go, oh, man, I was going to order that stuff. I thought it would work. How many products out there have you seen that you've fallen for, that you think's real? Let's talk about that. Is there anything like that you've ordered that you thought was going to work and didn't? And then it says money back guarantee. And you send it back, you never hear from the place. You don't hear from them at all. I'm afraid to order stuff off the internet. I'm afraid to order stuff through TikTok. But I've heard some people get, oh, I just got this off TikTok. It's pretty cool. Well, you actually got it in your hand, Now, I would order something like a huge knife or something like that. It'd be like this, you know. I could hold up my 2 fingers. That'd be my luck, you know. You see these cars for sale on the internet, and they're just too much to be too. It's just not real. It's not. I mean, you have a 1965 Firebird, and they want $2,000 for it, you know, or $250. Yeah, come on, yeah. So much funniness out there. Here's the number again.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
We await your call. Oh, yes. Well, I'll tell you. Yeah, it happens. I just had an email of a lady saying, I'm afraid to be on the air because I don't know, people hear my voice or I might sound different. I don't care how you sound. The people just want to hear your story. You know, you have to use your own name. You can just call and give us something, what you got, you know. But yeah, products that you can see that you've tried and you've ordered these vitamins and stuff. You know, vitamins are vitamins. Are vitamins just regular vitamins? I mean, are they special vitamins? I know there's A, B, and all these other ones, but are they all the same in potency? Do they have more in the product than the other ones do? You know, how do you know? You read the ingredients, and it all looks the same. You know, there's just so much out there. Yeah, you've heard about this this drops, you know, you put in the water. I guess it's the fabric coloring of some sort. That's what it really is. But it's supposed to clear your mind and your focus, the fog in your mind. I might need some of that. I haven't ordered that yet, though. I got to look at the right stuff. I got to ask my buddy, see what he thinks. But yeah, I've had a little problem with my knee lately. A little bit of a gout. Yeah, I take gout pills. Well, you know, the chief was over. We kind of overdid it. I had a good time with a bunch of people, and I think that might be a factor, or it might be a little arthritis. But you know, it's starting to go away. It's a good thing, thanks to some family members and some remedies that they may have. I've done. I hope you did have a good time with friends on Memorial Day. I sure did. The kids were over swimming in the pool. Had a lot of great conversation with adults. Friends, dear friends, my mother, my second mother, love her dearly. What a great lady. Gosh. Family is where it's at. You got to have someone. And it hurts me, and I hope and I pray for those that don't have anybody that they will find someone or be around somebody, friends during times, and especially Christmas and all sorts of stuff. I used to work Christmas because I had to, because other people had family members and stuff, and I figured, well, I'll take this Christmas. I'm just working, you know, I would do that. But now I wouldn't want to miss it for anything around my family or Thanksgiving and all that. I mean, gosh, you know, New Year's every year, had to work that in the casino business. Me and my buddy, we worked very hard. And we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people to take care of food-wise and, you know, activity-wise. And it's just a lot to do in the casino business. If you're in the casino business, I was in public relations. I run the Players Club and PR and all that. But it's a lot of work. It really is. This is who we got on the line here. Hello, caller. What's your name? Hello, caller. You're on the line. Where are you from?
Hey, Larry. How you doing? This is Mark Chicago.
Hey, Marcus. How you doing, my friend?
Doing really good. So you switched days on me now, huh?
Yeah, we had to. It's pretty crazy. I thought that Wednesdays might be better for people because Tuesdays are just getting into the roll of things, starting the week out, and Wednesday's kind of a hump day. You know, how have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been just trying to keep doing what I've been doing, translating the future, and
Great.
I've come up with the idea that we are government life because we breathe government air. 2025 is government air.
Yeah, we
don't breathe the air the trees are making. Trees are there alive 5,000 years, making 5,000-year-old air that we're not breathing. Our minds are breathing government air, not the air that is there.
It rhymed. Yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of stuff where you're paying property taxes, and you've already paid for your house, your land, but you're paying to keep your land. It's not your land, no matter what. You got to pay it off. It's all yours, but you're paying all that property tax on that land.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, there's so many government things that we do that we don't know are government things that are not life things.
Yeah.
We have been separated from a reality by the government.
Huh. As in what? Tell me.
Everything that we're taught. We're put into schools and we're trained how to think, and nobody thinks. We're just trained how to obey.
Right. I get it.
And when you obey, you don't think, and when you don't think, you don't exist.
Well, let's think about AI. It's taken over. I mean, you could sit and I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. I could have AI run my radio show. Looks just like me, moves and talks like me, and I can write a script, or I may write a script and do the show itself. Crazy. How many actors and radio personality voiceover people that I know that are threatened by this? I mean, I wonder.
There's a huge clone operation going on behind everyone's eyes. I mean, they've been cloning people since the 40s.
Huh.
And people nowadays, they're under Nazi mind control. NASA, said the world is a globe and we're trying to go into space. When every 1950s encyclopedia has our dome measured in miles from end to end. We are in a closed dome on the moon.
Oh my
and
goodness.
The moon's craters prove that, because the moon's craters are not impact craters. And no scientist in the world can demonstrate how the moon's craters are impact craters, because they're not. And when there's no impact from a void, there is no void. And when there is no void, there is no earth. There is no universe. There is only one surface, the moon. And we are on it under a dome.
So you believe.
And I believe the old craters, the craters on the moon, are old bases for old domes that are not there anymore.
So they've replaced the other domes with a new dome. You believe that we are on the moon right now?
Yeah, we're on the moon under a dome, and outside our dome are other domes. And somehow they're reflected into the sky as galaxies and stars and nebulas and all this other stuff. But actually, we're just the reflection of the surface outside our dome.
But what about planet Earth?
There's no such thing as a planet, because there's no void. There's only one surface when there's no void.
Wow. That's quite.
The thing is, no one has ever really challenged what they're being told. Every astrophysicist has failed third grade science, because not one astrophysicist or astronomer can demonstrate how the moon's craters are impact craters. They just believe it. They were told that and they believed it. And that's why I'm saying people obey and they don't think. don't consider the option. They don't consider the alternative ever. It's, well, this is what you're told. Okay, I believe that.
Oh,
And
boy.
belief is obeying. You're not thinking. So that's why religion is so terrible, because you don't think in religion. You believe. And if you're in, it's just. There's so many things you can do. Basically, immortality is basically what every religion is trying to express to you. But immortality is gained simply by defining heaven's math. Because then when you define, I define heaven's math in 2014 to be 10 trillion 2014.
Right. Here we go with
Since
the
that
numbers.
moment, what's that?
Here's the numbers you were going to give me, right? The
10 trillion 2014
there you go.
is what I changed my reality to.
Okay.
I exist in a 14-digit reality. There's 14 digits in my consciousness between my ears. There's only 4 digits between your ears, and there's no comma between your ears. And you don't have a 0 birthday card. And Roman numerals, they have no 0, and they have no comma either. So what's really happening is a Roman over 2,000 years ago is telling you how far you can think.
Wow. That's pretty heavy, man. Wow, that's heavy. So you actually think that we're in the moon, and what about times have changed? We have old time things, 1800s, and we have time has gone from. I mean, time's time. Things change, things deteriorate.
The thing is, nobody can speak of time in the world. Nobody can speak of time in the world but me, because I'm the only one who's left the time he was put and found another time to exist in.
Wow.
So I'm the only one that can speak of time and space, because I'm the only one that's experiencing it.
How do you get a hold? How's the government get a hold of you, or the president, or something, to ask you these questions to help them out? If you're the only one, how can you help us out?
Well, basically, it's I'm saying that you have to. There's only one equation you have to complete in life.
Okay.
And that's Newton's equation. Action equals reaction. 2025 is the action, and you have to define the reaction. The reaction. When you define the reaction, that's when you gain consciousness.
Interesting.
Because the opposite to 2025 is there, and it has math. And that math is heaven's math. You've been written into hell, and you can write yourself into heaven.
Oh, I want to go to heaven. Trust me. I don't want to go to hell. Mm-mm.
Well, you are in hell.
Well, I tend to believe that sometimes. But
you're in the cage.
Yeah.
2025 is a container. And until you understand it's a container, you will never want to leave it.
Oh, I do like
you're
change.
in a container, you're not aware of the container. You think you're free, but you're not, because your mind has been set. Look at your mind as a time machine. And your time machine's dial has been set at 2025. You move the dial once every 365 days.
So you don't believe in
1 year.
You don't believe in time
you can
machines.
Move it anywhere you want to at any moment.
Yeah.
You can be anywhere you want to be by writing it down and having your eyes believe it. It takes your eyes.
Yeah.
It took my eyes 17 months to believe what I was looking at. I began writing 10 trillion 2014, I think in February of 2014, and in July of 2015, 2 green cubes fit from my face. And directly after that, I experienced invisible vision and audible varying focus.
Kind of a metric thing?
What's that?
Kind of a metric thing that you experienced with the cube situation?
The cube, well, kind of situation did you say?
You said your cube, the cube from your face. I mean, how'd that
There
happen?
was two of them.
There were two of them.
Yeah, two of them in 2 separate days, spit from my face and my breakfast comes. And they alerted me to their location because they're tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny, tiny, tiny.
I think they would be. I mean,
Yep.
to have something in front of you that big, it'd have to be small. I guess.
What's really crazy, though, Larry, is that my son, 8-year-old son, in 2001, draws those two green cubes in a picture in both normal and magnified form because I had one magnified.
Wow. What did you see when it was magnified? What did you see in that cube?
You could see it was part of a circuit board because it had part of the silver coming off one of the corners.
Yeah. Huh.
You see, in the air that we breathe, my Larry, are engines that we breathe in. These engines are put into the air by minds in time that our minds are not measuring.
Yes.
See, you're standing on 10-digit ground and only 4 digits have reached your brain. So you're not really experiencing reality because you're only experiencing the reality you're given. But there is other realities there, other times that are there. I mean, 10 digits are there. And I'm at 14 because I added the 10 that were written
14.
at the ground and 10 and 4 that were written on my birth certificate as the year. So
Okay.
that's how I got 14.
Well, mine's 56. That's the year I was born.
Right.
And I've lost a lot of people lately. Passed away, moved on to the other side, of course. How does that calculate or correlate with the moon when we pass and die? Where do we go? Do you really believe we carry on?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the how of immortality.
Yes.
Is
the question.
These engines that we breathe in,
Engines.
they manufacture our thoughts and our dreams. What we breathe in the air manufactures our thoughts and our dreams. And these engines manufacture the forms we dream of ourselves. And that's the how of immortality. And becoming conscious inside the forms our dreams manufacture of us is the how of conscious eternity.
Amazing.
Our dreams are the duplication process. I'm not the first to make life from the dream.
No, I've heard.
I made an 11-year-old me in the woods near Whitley Strieber's cabin in 1990-91 on his Reader Desk weekend.
How was Whitley?
And the woman that saw my projection, my dream projection as the alien, had allergic reaction to it. And I had sent my projection out with the directive, do no harm. So when it saw it cause harm, it projected itself as another me, another human being me with dream abilities.
Gosh, we've got to carry this conversation on again sometime. My friend, I want to thank you where are you at now? Where are you living at now? What state?
Schenectady.
Where?
Schenectady, New York.
New York. New York City. Okay. Well, again, my friend, I want to thank you so very much. It's always good to talk to you and hear you, and it's very interesting. Be well, my friend.
You too, sir. You too.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Oh, yeah. Fun stuff. Always on the Glenn Larry Show. Kagos Radio. I do thank you so very much. Be well. Play well together and help each other out. Be well.